10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Y'all, the bookshelves are built and they look so good.
I have so much room to fill because I've never had this much space to store my books before.
So today, while I'm waiting for more furniture to be delivered and, you know, just kind of in that stalled spot of unpacking where I can't really do much more because we have nowhere to put anything, I at least want to unbox my books today and count how many I have. I have 3 Billy bookshelves being delivered in 2 weeks. So I have 2 weeks of just kind of sitting in this mess until I have somewhere to put my books, but I at least wanted to count them and see how many I had. But okay, let's get started. Do I count them now or do I wait until I put them on the bookshelves? I should probably go through my books anyways before I get my bookshelves, so let's start. 6, 7, 13, 14, 15, 16. How do you think we're doing? How many do you think this is? It's not a lot. I definitely am gonna have to buy more books to fill my bookshelves, but I'm kind of conflicted because do I include Chris's books? Do I include like my Bibles and stuff? Because I have multiple Bibles. I think I will include, like I'm gonna include every single book. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, 100. 100 books against the wall, 110, 130. Altogether, I have about 137 books. All of my bookshelves are gonna go on this back wall here, and then I think some storage here with a little reading chair in the corner. 2 weeks until I get my bookcases. I think it's just too long, in my opinion, but at least I got them. So, see you in 2 weeks.
You guys, the Billy bookcases have arrived.
Y'all, the bookshelves are built and they look so good. They look so good. Oh my gosh, they're so tall too. And I didn't even get extensions on top of them, which I wouldn't be able to like reach up there. Like I can barely reach up there, so I don't know that I want to get the extensions for them. Let's start putting my books on the shelves. What? I have no rhyme or reason for this. Also, shout out to my husband and like our amazing friends for helping us build them. Oh. I like this one so much better. Look at it. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's got little ladybugs on it. I didn't notice that.
It's the unofficial office / library tour. It's not completely finished, but I have like just the details left to do. I just have to hang curtains and get really like a cozy reading chair and some cable management, and then I will be super satisfied with the office and my library. But I'm so excited to show you guys. I've been having a rough couple weeks, and just getting my office all set up yesterday or the day before, literally it felt so good to just come in here and look at the space and be like, yes, like this is what I needed to feel a little bit more at peace. Like I just feel a little more whole having this complete, and I just literally cannot wait to show you guys my bookcases and just explain and dive deep into why I have so many empty shelves. So let's do a little tour. I'm gonna start showing you what I have on my bookshelves, but you guys, like, I have so much room to fill because I've never had this much space to store my books before. So I am so excited to really enjoy book shopping without having to worry about, oh, do I have enough space on my bookshelf? And another thing too with the book shopping, because I've never had this much space for my books before, I have only ever gotten books when I finished one and then I was able to go buy another one. So you will notice a lot of the series that I have are incomplete. I might have the second and third book in a series, but not the first. So I'm really excited to build up my library again and go book shopping and do book hauls and all of the bookish things. I'm just excited to really enjoy what I like doing and what I find joy in. I think I'm gonna go down each bookcase. So starting up here, I literally just have an Audrey Hepburn book that I got for Christmas for my mom the one day. I absolutely adore Audrey Hepburn. I think she is such an icon. I absolutely love her. So this I will be keeping forever. It's a good coffee book table too. I'm thinking about putting it up in the guest room at some point once I have like enough space where I can take it off. I actually remember going to spend summers at my grandmother's house, and she had a book full of fashion icons, like women throughout the years and everything, and Audrey Hepburn was in there, Marilyn Monroe was in there were so many icons in there. I think Julie Andrews ended up being in there too. Just like truly amazing women in the fashion and model and movie and like entertainment industry. Definitely want to put this up in the guest room at some point. And then these roses are both forever roses. My mom got this one for me from the Ren Fair. My stepmom actually got this from the Renaissance Fair for me the one year, and she said, even though you're not mine by blood, like I will love you forever. And we have had so many ups and downs, but I definitely believe that we have such an amazing relationship, and like I know I can just count on her for anything. And then this one my sister actually made for me, and it's like this silk satin. Like how cool is that? This is literally just all of my important files that I keep on display because again, I needed to fill the shelf with something for now. Moving on to the next shelf, I just have some paints, some watercolors, my markers for if I need extra highlighters for Bible study or annotating. I have some writing prompts because I love to write. I have this coloring book full of cocktail recipes. I am not a colorer, but maybe like I started coloring it and then like that's it. I think I did that and I got bored, and I'm not a colorer, but maybe I can give this to a friend who doesn't mind that I already touched the first page. The next shelf, I have my Bridgerton series. I am missing the first book, but I have the rest of the series here, and I do want to read all of like the spin-offs that they've done too, that Julie Quinn has written. I think that would be such a fun read, and because of how popular Bridgerton is, I can see them doing spin-off seasons and shows of the Bridgerton series on Netflix. This was actually a gift to Chris from me. He loves having stuff like this, like pictures of us around the house. And so it's a picture of us after we found out we were pregnant with Parker, and it's the song Eyes on You by Chase Rice. It was the first song we ever slow danced to, like in the middle of a parking lot in the middle of summer. It was such a sweet moment. My Bridgerton books are the first full series that I read after getting out of my like 5-year-long reading slump. This shelf is actually really important to me. These are books that I have had since I was a teenager, and they're books that I've given to my sisters to read, except for this one. I am never literally gonna read this. I am gonna get rid of that. But anyways, I have a lot of incomplete series because again, like I didn't have a lot of space to store my books. I have a lot of Rick Riordan books here. I really loved him as a teenager. These are a lot of the books that really helped me fall in love with reading. A Series of Unfortunate Events is one of my favorite series ever. I don't know what it is. I think just the literary creativity that went into writing these books was so good. The Killing Woods, I remember really liking. Will Never Be Apart, I remember really liking. That was kind of psychologically interesting to me, especially as a teenager. And then Variant, I actually don't know how many people have read this book, but I really loved this book too. It's very sci-fi coded. Here are my John Green books and my Where She Went books, my Gail Forman books. I Loved these books. This is actually my favorite book of all time. I Go to Seek a Great Perhaps, a quote from this book, tattooed on my leg. I fell in love with that book. It's always been one of my favorites. It'll always be one of my favorites. I actually want to do a series where I reread all of my childhood favorites to see if I still really love them. I have this little toy car that used to be Chris's when he was a kid, when he was a little baby, and then Parker ended up playing with this a lot when he was a baby, so I have this up here, and I have a postcard from Nashville. Chris and I actually secretly eloped in Nashville, and so I just thought it was also really fitting to have this next to the Elsie Silver books that I have. I have read Flawless, loved it, read Heartless, just finished it, absolutely loved this one, especially being a mom and like seeing Cade's reaction as a parent. Oh my gosh, I really, really like this one. Wild Love I thought was okay. I think just compared to these two, I thought it was okay, but it was still good, and I haven't read Wild Eyes yet. So as you can see, like here's an example of I don't have the full series yet, but I'm getting there, I promise you. This shelf I have Hooked, which is supposed to be a dark romance, which I'm going to read, I think in September or October when it starts getting into spooky season. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite terrified to read Haunting Adeline. I don't know what it is, I just, like I've heard so many things about it. I don't know, we'll have to see how this goes. And then I just have these rocks that I've collected over the years, just being a teenager. I'm glad I kept them because there was a time where like I was gonna get rid of the seashells and the rocks that I collected just because I thought they were pretty. This little tiger's eye is actually a part of a bracelet that my aunt has. She's currently pregnant, and we did a mother blessing, and essentially we all went around in a circle, a whole group of ladies, friends and family that she loves and adores, and we all said a blessing over her and the baby and just gave her advice and words of affirmation that she can do this and she's going to be a great mom. And so this is my piece to her bracelet. So she has a bracelet full of a whole bunch of other beads, and each bead represents a person that went around saying a blessing for her. And so this will never leave. I am so excited for my aunt. Then we have the Darkest Mind series. I actually haven't finished this. I was going through my reading slump as I got these books, but I knew that I didn't want to get rid of them because I really enjoyed the first book, and I just never read the other two. Okay, this is obviously the start of my romantasy shelf. I have A Court of Thorns and Roses, read this entire series. I have read the entire Fourth Wing series. I've read the entire Empyrean series. I just don't have Onyx Storm because I cannot find, and they just do not have Onyx Storm on a paperback. I already have the first two in paperbacks, and so I kind of want to just keep with that trend. I have the Throne of Glass series, which I'm starting. I'm actually going to read Assassin's Blade first. There are so many different ways to read this series. I guess you can do like a tandem read with some of the books in the series, and like some people say to start with Throne of Glass and then the Assassin's Blade. I'm starting with the Assassin's Blade, and that is actually the book I'm reading next. And then I have the start of the Cinder series and the Dorothy Must Die series. These are not romantasy. I actually don't know about these two. I started reading this in high school, never finished it, but I do want to read it. I do want to dive back into it and see if I like it or if I'm just going to DNF it. I just don't know where my maturity level is when it comes to book, because I like to read everything. Like, I love to read, period. I don't know, but I definitely want to try and get into these. And then here's a little picture of me and my best friends since high school. It's me, Haley, and Emily. This is kind of a random bookshelf to me. I have some books that I don't really know if I'm ever gonna read. I don't know where I got them from. So I have my James Dashner books that I own. I don't have all of them, but I have the ones that like I need to complete. I definitely want to read the Maze Runner series again because I don't know, I just feel like I read these when I was so young, and I didn't have any apps like Goodreads or Fable or anything like that to track my books and track my thoughts on them. And so I really want to reread a lot of the books. I have no idea what this book's about. I have no idea what this book's about. This one's really for decor. These ones I think are like a 2000s vibe kind of vampire series that my uncle gave me. I actually got this for school a really long time ago, and I just kept it because I would like to read those, like the fables and stuff like that in there. I think that'd be really interesting. I do want to read Peter Pan. I really do want to read Peter Pan. The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. This, 5 stars. This is a 5-star book. I'm telling you, I sobbed sobbed when I read this book. It was so freaking good. Great American Short Stories. The Boy in the Striped Pajamas I haven't read. Gilgamesh I haven't read. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. I read half of it, but didn't finish it because I just got it for a school assignment, and then I just was so busy with school and everything, but I'd love to read. I love the Sherlock Holmes stories. And then Catch-22 I have not read either. This is Christopher's bookshelf right here. These are all his books. And these are all books that he plans to read or has read. I got the memorial edition for Chris for his birthday for American Sniper, and I listened to it, and I actually really enjoyed it. I truly loved it. And then Do the New You I really liked too. All of the other ones I haven't read though. This one right now is also kind of a hodgepodge of random /TBR /cookbooks, as you can see. I have my cookbooks here. I have my Edgar Allan Poe poetry books. I even have Where the Sidewalk Ends for Parker when he gets old enough to like really enjoy funny stories. I think Where the Sidewalk Ends is just such a staple for kids. These 4 books are on my TBR. I just have them here because I don't feel like they fit anywhere else right now. I have Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I have The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Speak to Me of Home. I want to read this next. I'm going to read The Assassin's Blade, and then I'm going to read Speak to Me of Home. And then I've done and dusted. I just have a bunch of bookshelves and stickers in here that I use as bookshelves. So bookmarks. And then I have a little picture of Parker at the firehouse helping clean. I call this bookshelf my novelty bookshelf. My Harry Potter series, read the entire thing, loved it. And then I have these little tiny books. So this one's what? I think a history of Hogwarts, or it just says Hogwarts, but it's meant to be, you know, like a history of Hogwarts kind of little mini book. And then I have another one for the dark arts. I got these at a store near us called Second Charles, and so I just thought they were so stinking cute and would be perfect for the bookshelf. I actually really love this. It's a Hogwarts pin, and it looks so pretty in the light, especially sitting like on my bookshelf where the light hits it, and oh man, it looks so cute. I have The Shadow of Kyoshi, which is the second book in a series. I need to get the first one. They were sold out, so I need to get the first one and read it because I actually am a huge Avatar The Last Airbender fan. I love Avatar The Last Airbender. It is my absolute favorite series in the whole, like childhood series in the whole. It was so nostalgic, so good. I have the Batman animated series, like old Batman animated series, and then The Sound of Music. I, again, just kind of put these here because they're fillers. I can actually see myself getting rid of the Batman series. I've watched all of it. It's good. Maybe Parker will like it, but for now, like it's not on the same level as Harry Potter or Avatar, so you know. And then I do have my Spider-Man comic and my Overwatch anthology book as well. Finally, this is kind of like my Bible study shelf. I have multiple copies of the Bibles. Over here I have a bunch of notebooks of prayers. Like these are, I think, three or 4 years of prayers that I wrote down. These are my prayer journals, and then I just kind of have like a bunch of devotionals and stuff. This is the Bible that I use to read the Bible front to back, and you can see like all of the notes, sticky notes and everything, the highlights. This Bible I got as like a reward or a gift to myself for reading the Bible front to back, and I really like this one. I'm starting to go through it and do my Bible studies in this one. I just really loved the cover of this one, and I got it as a gift for myself. Oh, I do want to pull out this really quickly though. This is a book sleeve, and it's quite big. When I had first gotten this, I put Wild Love in here, or maybe it was Flawless by Elsie Silver, and it literally was so big. Like the book only takes up that much space in there, but I was able to like fit my camera in here and everything, and I was like, oh, like this is so big, I might need a smaller one. But when I was reading Fourth Wing, it literally takes up so much space in here. Here, let me show you. So here's Fourth Wing, like it literally fits right in there, and I still have a lot of room. I got this off of Amazon, and I really like it. I love this for traveling. The only thing I wish is I wish this pocket was on the inside. So if I can find a book sleeve where it has a secondary pocket but on the inside, that would be amazing. I'll have this link down below for anyone else who's interested in a book sleeve like this. I really like it. It's held up really well. It's so cute. I feel like I can use it all year round because it's pretty neutral. And my Bible fits in here too. Like this is such a good bookish accessory. And that is it. That is the entirety of my collection. I have a couple more like out in the living room, but Parker's taking a nap right now, so I'm gonna let him rest in there. I'm just gonna let him do his thing. I have green lights and like some other poetry books and devotionals that I have out there, but this is it. The 2 bottom bookshelves are completely empty for me to fill up and like enjoy filling up. And even though these are filled, like I have so much room on these shelves still. Like the Bridgerton series doesn't even take up that much space. I just space them out so that it looks like they do. But yeah, okay. That is it. That is a full tour of my bookshelves. My office is pretty simple. Because I do work from home, so I do need a desk and an office space. I do plan on putting a cozy reading chair in here at some point. We might actually do a reading area in my bedroom upstairs for me and Chris to like have a reading time before we go to bed. I just think that is so cute. So cute. Another thing I'm so excited for is literally to do more reading vlogs and like bookish videos and stuff. I am excited to hop back into my vlogs as well as like my firewife video vlogs and like what it's like to be a work from home mom, because I do not do content creating for a living. I work from home full time for an engineering company. I actually have a lot of random footage from the last couple months. So just let me know if you guys want to see any of that. I literally have been so scrambled and just like the last couple months have been so rough with transitioning into moving into the new house. I have so many ideas for videos that I cannot wait to dive into. And also for my vlogs, I'm just excited to get back into that and get back into the routine. I feel like it'll force me to get back into a routine. If you watched all the way to this point, give me a book recommendation down below in the comments. I would absolutely love that because obviously I have so much space to fill. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.